Diddy and Kanye are gonna be very angry with her if they see this video.
Immediately, I felt like there was something weird because, there's always drinks. There's always, the vodka and the mixer is just like sitting on the table. But we walk in and immediately Diddy hands me a drink. Kanye hands Lauren a drink. And we're like, that's weird. Like, why are they serving us? And I don't like to drink. I don't like alcohol. I don't like the way that it makes me feel. It makes me feel sick. So... But my manager, since the beginning, she was just like, I know you don't like to drink, but if someone famous hands you something to drink, even if you don't want it, just hold it and pretend, because you don't want to seem rude. And I was like, okay. And it was a vodka cranberry, and I was like, oh, gross. And so I'm just standing there with my back against the console, just pretending to sip this drink.
It gets much worse. This one is about Diddy and Kanye West. Y'all need to watch this one till the end because it gets real dark real quick. And remember to smash the like button.
I'm not fucking drinking this. This is gross. And my manager was sitting across on this couch with Kanye's cousin, and then the other girls were sitting next to her. And immediately I was like, there's something fucking wrong. I couldn't explain it. I didn't know what to do. But I just felt that there was something not right. But I didn't fucking know what to do. I was 19 years old, just left home a year ago, new in the industry. Yeah, I didn't know what to do, but I knew that there was something wrong, basically. And I was standing there pretending to sip this drink, and my manager was sitting across from me. And if you know about my past and us being together, she's very much reserved, and people would always say oh, she's such a bitch, she has a resting bitch face, and it's because she has severe social anxiety. She just wants to sit in the corner and tap on her phone and not talk to anyone. So she's not a bitch, just very shy. And I see her across the room holding her drink, and it was weird because I noticed as I was standing there just wondering what's going on, Diddy kept looking at me, and Kanye kept looking at Lauren, and they were exchanging glances, and I'm they're watching me strangely. And I'm okay, let me pretend to drink, and I'm not actually doing it. And that seemed to make them happy, me pretending to join in. And immediately I'm there's something in this drink. There's something in this drink. And I didn't know what to do. And I my manager was across the room, but close enough, but not next to me, so I couldn't whisper to her. But I wanted to tell her, I'm hey, don't fucking drink this. There's something wrong with this. But I couldn't. So I reached for my phone and I start to type, and Kanye takes the phone out of my hands and he's who are you texting? You don't need to text anyone. We're having a party. And I was okay. And he puts it on one of the speakers. And I'm now what do I do? I don't know what to do. And I see my manager take a sip. And I'm now what do I do? And then I see her take another sip. 2 sips out of this little vodka cranberry cup. And I'm oh, what do I do? 2 sips, and I watch her face flush. And all of a sudden, I look over and she's speaking really loud and making jokes, and I'm whoa, this isn't her. She doesn't make jokes. She's fucking terrified of people. She doesn't even talk. And I was it's already hitting her. 100%. I just knew that the drinks were all laced with something. And she starts almost being belligerent a little bit, but not in a crazy way, just really enjoying herself. And I'm that's not her. That's not her. She doesn't even want to be here. This is weird. And all of a sudden she dismisses the studio host. She's you can leave. And I'm oh my God, what's going on? And the girls file out. They go to a different studio, or they go somewhere. And I'm I have to do something. I have to do something. What do I do? And I go to get my phone where Kanye put it on one of the speakers. And as I'm going to get it, I turn and my manager's walking out. And I'm no. Where are you going? I'm already seeing people being this is cap. What do I have to gain? Let me just ask you, what do I have to gain? I'm in a fucking farm in the middle of nowhere. I'm not in the industry anymore. I'm not filing a lawsuit, so I'm not getting paid. I'm not looking for clout, because who gives a fuck about me? So why would I lie about this? This has been 9.5 years since this happened to me. Why would I? Let me go on. Whatever. Yeah, so I see her start to leave. And I'm like, where are you going? And she's like, it's fine, I'm just going to the bathroom. And I was like, no, stay. And she's like, it's right there, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom. And I was like, okay. And she walks out. And all of a sudden, I realize that I'm in this studio. The music's low, the lights are dim, but you can still like see everything. And I realize that I'm in the studio with Diddy and Kanye. God help me. What do I do? And as my eyes were closed, this is gonna sound weird, because I bet a lot of you are wondering, like, how the fuck did you get out of this situation? My eyes were closed and I prayed. And I said, God help me, what do I do? And it was like clear as day, I heard this in my head. And it didn't make any sense. I heard, go towards them. And I was like, oh, fucking great. The one time I asked God for help, Satan answers, because why the fuck would I go towards these two predators who are sexually assaulting me? Like, why would I do that? And then all of a sudden it clicked. My back was up against the glass wall. I could not go any further back. That was the only exit. He said, go towards them. They were already drunk off their shit. So I lunged forward. I stepped forward, and it like threw them off balance. Like they were like, oh, you know, and like they stepped back at least 1.5 feet. And the moment that they did, I reached behind my back, I pulled the door, and I slipped out, grabbing my clothes. And I ran across the hall, across this corridor, and I hid inside of an empty studio that was black. And I sat there for like 20-25 minutes, just like crying, like, what the fuck do I do? And I'm texting my manager and she's not answering. And eventually, I don't think I'm supposed to say this next part because it could hurt her case, but basically, everything she said is true, basically. Because what I saw next, fucking saw it. I was the only one who wasn't drugged. I was the only one who didn't drink their drinks. So I saw what happened next and who was involved. And that's why I'm a part of this lawsuit and like named in it. And yeah, it just, that, I mean, I eventually got us both out, and I got us in an Uber, and she obviously didn't remember anything because she was drugged and I wasn't. And apart from the aspect of, you know, looking for help and they turned away, the only other thing that really me is, what about all those other girls that were there? Those 9 other girls who were drinking the drinks before we even got there. Like, I know none of them got out. I know none of them got saved that night. And I'm like, did they even remember? Did they even know what happened to them? Moral of the fucking story, stay out of the industry. If you have daughters, make sure to tell them that they're idols. They should never meet and should never fucking go to the studio with anyone, even if you're invited there as an artist, unless you have a bodyguard with you. You know, I thought I'd feel better after telling that story, but I really don't. But I guess the point is that, I mean, the same shit happened with Cassie. As soon as she said what happened, no one believed her, and they gave her so much shit. And it wasn't until videos came out and more people stepped forward that people were like, oh, she was telling the truth. And I'm here to warn you guys that more people are going to come forward. So believe her when she's talking right now.
To be honest, her story sounds very interesting. I really feel like she's telling the truth. I don't feel like she's lying. And like she said at the start, people don't believe you at first, just like they didn't believe Cassie. But after that hotel video came out, people really switched their tone.
They talked about alleged kidnappings. That one time he kidnapped his assistant, to go and try to find Cassie when he thought Cassie was cheating. I mean, it was wild.
Let me know in the comments how you feel about her story and what she's saying happened. There is so much going on right now, and so many people are coming out about Diddy. And with Kanye showing up at the trial, no one is really surprised that he's allegedly involved in all this with Diddy. After he showed up at that trial and wore the Sean John shirts, which is Diddy's clothing line showing his support for Diddy, no one is shocked anymore, really. At this point, I expect anything. There are no doubts anymore, because we can see that these people are capable of anything.
All the information that came out, it was pointing to Kanye West. And then it so happened the next day he comes up there. This is the same guy that got on, and I don't want to blow nobody else's platforms, or got on Drink Champs about a year or so ago before Diddy was arrested, talking about Diddy was a fed. You understand?
Any disgusting thing you can think about someone doing, some celebrity is probably doing it, or someone else. Some people are really capable of anything, really. You really gotta be careful with everyone, not just these people that you hear about on your TV or on the news. Some people can be evil and you would never know. Be cautious of everyone, even the people around you. You never know what someone might be doing behind the scenes. Many people are two-faced and present themselves in one way, but they are actually completely a different person. It's 2025, and everything in the dark is now coming to light. But these things have always been going on, but now it's just more obvious. But some more disturbing things are happening. People are getting more crazy as the world is evolving. So many new things are here in 2025, like AI has evolved so much, might replace people's jobs, people are depressed. I don't know, it's like a new era is coming. But what do you think? And remember to drop a like and subscribe. Once you do, you can join us in our community of sane people. Make sure to hit that like button and smash that subscribe. It don't cost $1, and it really helps out the channel and helps me to keep making content like this. Thanks for watching.